Um, okay. Sorry, I was late. There was a miss. I did not get the link on time. That's why. Okay. Shall we start? Saurabh Yadav.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What's the question here?
It's 1 minute.
Sorry. How
1 minute.
acting is interrelated?
Yes, ma'am. It's question number 1. I have not mentioned it there.
Okay. So how acting is interrelated to other art forms? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Acting is a collaborative art. It requires each and every senses, physical and mental contribution to constitute a craft. Much emphasis are on the strategies designed to achieve a art form, either it be a folk dance, song, play, or simply a public addressing. Acting also doesn't always need a living being to convey something. For example, take installation art, where a gallery or corridor is required to set up and frame objects in such a way which depicts mesmerizing, meaningful, and powerful emotions, partly withdraws attention of spectators. To express is considered as an art, and how to match or relate with the associated art it is considered to be as art form. A common fact among distinct art form is honesty, which connects the audience through audience can be of one. Acting seeks many other aspects to carry out the design form. Likewise, in classical dance, consider Satriya of Assam, from attire to movement and props, a deep focus is secured to achieve the compatibility with the performance. What makes the food delicious is the ingredients and the style of cooking. Surely takes time to be prepared, and in no meantime it is consumed. Similar is with acting. To deliver spellbounding performance, to feed the spectators with emotions, requires ingredients, props and attire, style, bhava, and time, storyline.
Okay, okay. This installation, the paragraph where you have written about installation art, are you talking about the actors' participation there or the audience participation?
Ma'am, installation art where objects are presented in such a way that it captures the sight and of the audience.
Yes, so you are talking about the design of the space or the
Yes, ma'am.
medium or the form installation art.
Yes,
So
ma'am. It is not.
how it's going to affect an actor there? If an actor is placed over there, how his or her performance is related to that art form? This is what you have to talk about. Okay. Of course, audience is experiencing certain things, but when there is no actor present, if I take example of your this paragraph where you're talking about installation art where no actor is mentioned or there is no presence of actor, then it's a completely different experience for a audience, and the emotion that it's generating, it is not related to actor or acting or a body performance. It is related to other things like the design of the space, the light of the space, the music of the space, or the sound. It is related to other things basically, but here we have to specifically talk about how acting is specifically related to other art forms. Okay. And a few good things are, you have talked about a folk dance,
I've
play in
taken
the sense.
multiple examples.
Sorry.
I've given multiple examples in my answers.
Multiple example of forms, different forms,
Yes,
right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Now with that forms, what we have to do is we have to specify that. If you're talking about folk art forms, folk performing art forms, how it is going to affect an actor's tools, or how where the acting part is actually, is confined to in that particular folk art form. For example, you don't have to mention like in Shastriya like this. In general also you can talk about that in folk performance art form, I see acting, these are the places where acting is there, and these are the ways an actor will get help from this art form.
So
If
we
we are
have to
talking about
mention the.
music,
Okay, ma'am. So we have to mention about the actors associated. their
Exactly. So we have to be very specific about the acting part of it, the actors part of it. Okay.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
others, what other classical dance, of course. What else? Movement and compatibility. Okay. Yes, there are sections which are important that you have written. Keep those things. This ingredients and the style of cooking, surely that takes prepare no meaning time in it is consumed. Mm, yes, this is also relevant. Yeah, you can keep it. Keep it as a additional part of your answer. But the main focus should be like how different art forms. There are so many art forms, performing
Yes,
art
ma'am.
forms. How different art forms are actually helping or enhancing acting or acting method or actor in that way. Okay.
Okay.
I am good at attempt. Of course, it is a good attempt. I'll give you 5.
It is of technical knowledge part.
Yes, so is technical knowledge necessary for an actor? Okay.
Yes, technical knowledge is necessary for an artist, but up to a limited extent, as each and every effort is accountable within the craft. If seeking technical knowledge doesn't affect the performance of artist, then it should be understood that artist is of sound mind and quickly adapts whatever he or she is taught or experiences. Every mind has its own technique and accordingly it is implemented. When approaching towards technical understanding, actors must be aware of not to be get stuck under any circumstances, and in exchange should always suggest to their co-actors and crew on being encountered with a difficulty which is inevitable while filming. It is usually a helping hand to the production if actor is composed of technical knowledge, which shortens the time to discuss and comment upon the mishappenings on the set.
Is there any more? Yeah.
For example, movie Piku, the highway scene where Bhaskar founds a knife in a rented car. The shot has to be taken for a long duration, but director Sujit Sarkar was left behind no clues or suggestions, lent a free hand to actors and assigned to carry out the further scene, where Piku just simply throws knife in between the verbal spat of Bhaskar and Rana and devastatedly goes and sits perpendicular to the front seat of the car, and the entire scene was shooted from multiple angles, even from far and from other side of the highway.
Okay, but how you're connecting with technicality here in this example?
In the documentation and in carrying out the scene where the director was left behind no clues, he knows nothing how to do it. And an interview I have seen, so he suggested that he lent a free hand to actors, and accordingly they only had to carry out further scene.
So the actor was given liberty to go wherever they want, move
Yes, ma'am.
however they want, and
To carry out
accordingly
the
the
scene.
camera will catch them.
Yes, ma'am. Documentation part that is which is not mentioned in the script, and it was a discussion of actors to perform.
Okay. But in that way, so the actor was following, I mean, the camera was following actor's movement, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It was not like the actor was following camera's position or, but
It
most
was
of the,
also
this,
not following the script written by the director.
yeah. So not following, basically they were improvising the scene, right?
Yes, ma'am. Going to write.
So improvising the scene is not, I won't say it's, I won't say it is directly connected to technicality of filmmaking or or acting or this medium. So here in your answer, you're specifying or talking about screen acting, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Technicality in screen acting.
Ma'am, what I have to add on this? How can I?
No, are you only talking about technicality in screen acting?
Yes, ma'am. Only
Yeah.
screen acting.
So when we are talking about technicality in screen acting, this example is about this freedom of actor or how actors improvise on set, where in film you get very less opportunity to improvise. So it is a rare case, it is exception that you are talking about, and it is not that directly involved with technicality of filmmaking. So most of the time what happens, it's the other way around. So the actor follows camera movements or directions or position of lights or the sound, the syncing of it, or whatever the technicality which is there. It's other way around. The technicalities are there, actor follows, actors put themselves in that space and follows the technicality, or rather connects to that technicality. So that is what we had to talk about. And here I think in this answer we can talk about both the medium, that is theater and film, because both the medium has got a certain amount of technicality which an actor should be aware of. Okay.
I was not much aware about this question, so
yeah. So it is a tricky one. It is a tricky one. Technicality is there. Of course, actors should be aware of. It's not like you have to understand कि लाइट कैसे लगाया जाता है या फिर साउंड कैसे सिंक किया जाता है. It's not about that. But as you are using a lapel when you are acting, or when the camera is directly like you are facing the camera, so these are the mediums, the technology that you are actually colliding. Actually your acting self, or the actor that you are, is facing these technicality every day. So you can't deny or avoid these things. So there the technical knowledge is important. Okay. Can we scroll up a bit and just have a look at the answer, rest of the answer, the previous half of the answer. Yeah.
it is a descriptive part about.
Yes. So here also we will be specifying things. These are all right now. Of course, I know you lack experience. That's why you are talking in this in a general way. But we have to specify things like how sound is helping an actor, or how it will help if the actor has got a knowledge, or like the lights, or other things. There are several technical things that nowadays, present time, films, in screen and on stage, actors are actually facing those technology every day. Okay. We have to like specify things, but yes, good attempt, but we need, that's a wrong example. Okay, we'll try and use something else, think about it. Okay. I'll give you 4.5. Yeah. Next.
It's repeated again, sir. Please.
Okay. Next one.
I have sent it in segments. Yes, sir. Move up. Last question is there. Below.
Scroll down, Pradeep.
Scroll
Scroll down. Yeah.
Natural gift.
Yeah.
If there is honesty and belief in the soul, any talent could be treated as natural gift. If acting would be a natural gift, then many can't make out what they were born for or what they are intended to do. Question is who is going to make out, and what fate decides and plans is unknown to all. From my perspective, acting can be learned, which requires a sound mind with a instant practical implementation. What suits the people is of much importance rather than self-understanding. Though actors fail sometimes to express, but to learn from mistakes is one of the alternative towards improvising. Acting is just a proper understanding of one's own body and mind. Entire life of an artist goes in studying his or her own body and how and what to deliver the best from this God's creation. Much impact is of nuances regarding about a particular task which encounters across the minds of artists. For example, take renowned actor Nawazuddin Siddiqui, who experimented his own performance multiple times since he began to act in theaters and performed 10 plays to fulfill one of the criteria to get admitted to an SD. The actor is truly committed to whatever character he plays. It's evident that he gives much importance to relaxation and research and craves to bring out the best for the opted role. Who knew that India would receive its first gold medal at Tokyo Olympics in category of track and field event? It was dedication, hard work, interest, commitment of an individual on whose shoulders India's history is noted.
Okay. Okay.
I've just given a hint about a natural gift and how it to be considered.
Yes, yes, that's interesting. But we can just restrict ourselves in acting and performance. But yeah, you can use that. It's not a problem. You can use it's your unique way of understanding the question. But yes, this is on the right track in that way. It has been written out of passion more,
Yes,
I
ma'am,
would
I
say.
understand.
Yeah. This is a good attempt, but we have to be a little bit more focused. So after I present my PPT, you will get a little bit more focus, but
Yes,
this is a good attempt. I'll give 6.5. Yeah.
thank you.
Always keep honest answers. Basically, whatever you feel, whatever your passion should be there in your answers, that whoever is reading it should get the passion, whichever question it is, whatever especially when it's not something which is related to your own choice or your own understanding. Then put your passion forward, so that the examiner can get that. Okay.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Amisha Jaiswal.
हेलो मैम, गुड इवनिंग।
Good evening. Yeah.
मैम मेरा मीडियम हिंदी था तो मैंने हिंदी में लिखा है आंसर।
हाँ, sure.
तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन था कि एक्टिंग कैसे रिलेटेड है अदर आर्ट फॉर्म से। तो अभिनय अन्य कलाओं से संबंधित माना जाता है क्योंकि अभिनय में नाट्य कला के साथ साथ नृत्य कला का परिदृश्य भी हमें देखने को मिलता है। अभिनय में नाट्य प्रदर्शन को आकर्षित करने के लिए गीत संगीत गाए जाते हैं तथा वाद्य यंत्रों की ध्वनि किसी विशेष परिदृश्य को आकर्षित करने के लिए प्रयोग की जाती है। अभिनय में कभी कभी जनता के मनोरंजन के लिए एक्शन सीन का प्रयोग किया जाता है जो कि कला का ही रूप है। अभिनय के लिए कलाकार की वेशभूषा तैयार करना, उसका मेकअप करना तथा अभिनय के लिए कहानी या नाटक लिखना और उसको प्रदर्शित करने के लिए कैमरे का अलग अलग एंगल से उपयोग करना आदि, ये सभी अलग अलग कलाओं के समन्वय को प्रदर्शित करते हैं। इसमें फैशन डिजाइनिंग कला, लेखनी और फिल्म मेकिंग कला देखने को मिलती है। अतः अभिनय में हमें कलाकार के नाट्य प्रदर्शन के साथ साथ नृत्य कला, संगीत कला, फिल्म मेकिंग कला, क्वेश्चन का आंसर में।
Yes. Okay. Yes,
Hello?
you have mentioned several art forms. And of course, मतलब फिल्म मेकिंग मुझे पता नहीं कितना डायरेक्टली एसोसिएट, मतलब it's a different medium, like theater making, film making. तो ये एक अलग craft है, the craft of making it. Actor is a part of it. So we will only talk about the part where actor or acting is related to that art form. Okay. ये जो the same thing, you're on the right track. ये जो आर्ट फॉर्म्स मेंशन किए हो, not
Yes.
only from India, you can talk about several art forms which are there around the world, जो कि folk art form हो सकता है, classical art form हो, martial art form हो सकता है, whatever art form you take up, उसको सिर्फ इंडियन आर्ट फॉर्म्स में रिस्ट्रिक्ट मत रखो, बाकी आर्ट फॉर्म्स के बारे में भी बोलो। और स्पेसिफिकली थोड़ा सा ये हमें बोलना पड़ेगा कि ये पर्टिकुलर आर्ट फॉर्म एक्टिंग को कैसे हेल्प कर रहा है। हाँ, अगर हम बोल रहे हैं कि नृत्य कला में क्या कौन सी चीजें हैं जो एक्टिंग से रिलेटेड है, एक्टिंग का कॉमन एक थ्रेड है जो एक्टर, क्योंकि हमने देखा है काफी सारे dancers are there who are at the same time famous actors, so how they are being able to do it, so there must be some common thread, so we have to talk about those common threads जो इन दोनों को relate कर रहे हैं।
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
You are on the right track, so I'll give you 6. Yeah, but ये 300 words है क्या?
मैम उतना और आ नहीं रहा था दिमाग में, तो जितना आया उतना लिखा मैंने।
But you have to be about that. ये इतना भी कम नहीं हो सकता है क्योंकि 10 मार्क्स का है।
ओके मैम, ओके ओके। मैम आज फर्स्ट टाइम अटेम्प्ट किया इसलिए थोड़ा कम लिख पाई। आई विल ट्राई कि मैं और आगे बेहतर लिखूं।
हाँ प्लीज रेगुलरली प्लीज डू इट। या
ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन था एक्टिंग कैसे, डू यू थिंक एक्टिंग कैन बी लर्नड और इट इज जस्ट अ नेचुरल गिफ्ट? तो अभिनय हम सभी के अंदर प्राकृतिक रूप से विद्यमान है, जरूरत है उसे पहचान कर निखारने की। उदाहरण के लिए जब एक व्यक्ति अपने करियर की राह पर आगे बढ़ता है तो उस राह पर उसे कई समस्याओं का सामना करना होता है। उसकी कई रातें अवसादग्रस्त व रोते हुए व्यतीत होती हैं, लेकिन सुबह वह ऑफिस व परिवार में सभी से हंसते हुए ही मिलता है। उससे मिलने वाले लोग इस बात का अंदाजा नहीं लगा सकते कि पिछली रात वह दुखी था। इस प्रकार हम में से हर एक इंसान किसी न किसी प्रकार से अपने जीवन में किरदार की भूमिका अदा करते हैं। देखा जाए तो हम सभी अपने अपने किरदार का अभिनय ही कर रहे हैं। इन किरदारों की भावनाओं को समझकर अभिनय के क्षेत्र में प्रदर्शित करने की जरूरत है। तो इतना ही लिखा था मैंने
ओके
इसमें।
ओके। yes, I mean it is kind of, मैं इसको इंट्रोडक्शन के हिसाब से ले सकती हूँ कि आंसर अभी शुरू नहीं हुआ है, ये इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट था, which is a good observation that yes, in everyday acting is a very evident part of our everyday life, and it is the closest form which is like related to our own living. तो उसके साथ तुमने रिलेट किया है, which is very good. ये इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए ठीक है, लेकिन आगे हमें थोड़ा सा स्पेसिफिक चीजें बतानी पड़ेगी कि कैसे हम इसको, मतलब क्यों मैं सोचती हूँ कि एक्टिंग को सीखा जा सकता है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे एक्टर्स तो है जो जिन्होंने कभी ट्रेनिंग नहीं लिया है, जिन्होंने कभी कहीं पढ़ा नहीं है, कोई इंस्टीट्यूट नहीं गया है, सो कॉल्ड ट्रेंड नहीं है, फिर भी वो अच्छा एक्टिंग करते हैं. So they are naturally gifted, which is a bonus or an advantage for them. Well, what about other ordinary people जो जिसके अंदर पैशन है, जील है एक्टिंग करने का, शायद उतना वो टैलेंट या नेचुरल गिफ्ट नहीं है, वो लोग कैसे इस सब्जेक्ट को अप्रोच करेंगे?
वही समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि उसको लिखें कैसे। मतलब जो आपने कहा।
जैसे कि हम काफी, आप लोगों ने अभी तक तो थ्योरीज पढ़े हुए हो, काफी फॉर्म्स भी देख लिए हो, तो काफी प्रैक्टिस भी हो चुका है, तो ये जैसे कोई भी सब्जेक्ट उसका थियोरेटिकल होता है, प्रैक्टिकल होता है, इसका भी है, तो उसके बारे में हमें थोड़ा बात करनी चाहिए कि ये भी एक मेथड है, ये इसका भी मेथडोलॉजी है, इसका भी एक स्पेसिफिक वे और गाइडेड एक पाथ है, जिससे एक एक्टर अगर चलेगा तो एक्टर वो जरूर बनेगा, क्योंकि ये थियरीज जो है कोई भी एक्टर्स के लिए नहीं बना है, जो एक्टर्स बनना चाहते हैं उनके लिए ही बना है, राइट? So we have to talk about that. But this is too short and it's the introduction. I'll give you 4.5. You're on the right track. So you can do better.
Okay. Write a brief note on is technical knowledge necessary for an actor? Why or why not? Elaborate. So तकनीकी ज्ञान एक कलाकार के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है क्योंकि अभिनय के दौरान कलाकार को कैमरे के सामने अलग अलग एंगल से प्रदर्शन करना होता है। उदाहरण के लिए क्लोज एंगल, लॉन्ग शॉट एंगल आदि। इस दौरान एक कलाकार को इन एंगल के निर्देश मिलने पर उसी अनुसार अपने हाव भाव व शरीर की भाषा, बॉडी लैंग्वेज को प्रदर्शित करना होता है। तकनीकी ज्ञान होने से कलाकार निर्देशक के दिशा निर्देश समझकर सही तरीके से अभिनय प्रस्तुत कर पाता है। इसमें भी इंट्रोडक्शन ही हो पाया मुझसे।
Yes. Yeah, of course. I mean, it is again a general one कि हमें पता है कि और तुमने भी वो स्क्रीन एक्टिंग के बारे में ही बात किया है, तो we have to talk about both the mediums when acting is concerned, and technicality means not camera only. There are other several technicalities जिसके बारे में भी तुम्हें बात करनी पड़ेगी. So 4.5 for this. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
But लिखते रहना, not that first time you attempted and you stopped after that.
हाँ, yes ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Next. Divyani.
Acting is interrelated to other art forms. Write a brief note on it. All forms of art are expressions or experience and mental emotional processing of creative minds. For a painter, act of painting is not only visual but spatial, kinetic too. Same for musicians, dancers, and actors. Every form of art is a performance using a medium. Artists can express themselves through different mediums, whether on canvas, marble, or by using their own body. How other art forms help actors and their common elements with acting. Singing improves vocal strength, voice tune, sharpened voice, voice modulation, and chords. Dance improves stage confidence, body language. Paintings describes the visual power and the point of view of the artist as a person. Inclusion of other art forms. Playing a role can demand any art form out of an actor. An actor should be ready to adapt and learn. For example, Natalie Portman learned ballet to play a ballerina in Black Swan. Every art form is a creator-spectator relationship. Just like any other art form, acting also includes the concept of rasabhava, where the artist is creating or showcasing something to convey a storyline, to evoke emotions in the spectator, for which multiple techniques and forms of emotions, the navrasas, can be used. Movies inspired by paintings, music, dance forms, and other arts. Numerous times, film directors have chosen to pay homage to the world's greatest art masterpieces through a character, location, or even a near identical cinematic recreation. Example, Shutter Island and Gustav Klimt's The Kiss. Scream on Edward Munch's The Scream. Other than this, a lot of movies have been made based on a specific music or dance form. Movements, a common factor giving birth to performance arts. Multiple social movements have become inspiration for all kinds of artists. For example, neorealism was depicted through not only literature and paintings, but through cinema also. Example, Bitter Rice and Bicycle Thief. Correlation of films, music, and dance. The best example of these three art forms being interrelated can be a musical film or musical theater, in which songs by the characters are interwoven into the narrative, accompanied by singing and dancing. Example, La La Land and The Rent. Broadway
Okay.
show.
Yeah. Very good. On the right track, absolutely. But what I would say is stop getting, little bit, you are getting confused between filmmaking and acting in that way, right? So here, if the question is how acting is interrelated to other art forms, then we have to be very strictly stay there, then than taking examples from where films has been made inspired from paintings or music or like that. We can avoid that. Rather, we can talk about, of course, more about how different forms helps an actor in whatever, in how many ways basically improves acting, in which other ways they are influencing an actor's skill or enhancing the skill, which art form, in what way. So उस पे ही थोड़ा सा specific रखो, because तो फिर otherwise it will get a little bit confusing, like you are talking about acting or filmmaking or some other art form in that way. Okay. हाँ, तो ये पॉइंटर्स जो है थोड़ा सा इसको, ये जो सिंगिंग, डांसिंग, पेंटिंग तुमने लिखा है उसको थोड़ा सा और इलैबोरेट करो कि हाउ सिंगिंग इज अफेक्टिंग, हाउ डांसिंग, because these are major art forms that acting is directly related to, right? And give examples there as well. And yes, and just just be careful about that confusing part. But this is a very good attempt, so I'll give you 7. Yeah.
Okay. Technical knowledge necessary for an actor. Why is technical knowledge necessary for an actor? Why not? Elaborate. Acting is a craft that can be learned by training and practice. It's a skill, hence can be developed and polished. It demands intensity, facial expressions, body movement, gestures, realistic representation, and voice modulations from a person in a given space or scenario. Learning the technical aspects makes it easier to focus on these and do them with ease, hence, it's necessary. First point, learning about different lights, camera angles, and shots like close, mid, long for screen acting makes an actor comfortable with the medium. Learning the modulations of voice, pitch, volume, particularly in the case of dubbing, is important. Retakes being a part of screen acting, learning to deliver emotions with same intensity innumerable times is important. Practicing to be able to perform flexibly in a non-linear shooting schedule. Training is required for an actor to concentrate and relax in between the chaotic atmosphere of shooting. Learning to carry the prop, costume, and makeup like it's a natural part of you, not caring about getting affected from the third wall while performing on stage or street. Learning to exaggerate or be realistic as per stage play or screenplay, respectively. Working on all the aspects of speech like volume, tone, articulation, and especially resonance is something that you have to get trained for. Memorizing pages of dialogues if a theater actor and lines if if screen actor, being able to follow the director's direction along with your natural instinct to play a character in a particular way.
What's the question?
Ma'am, it says if learning the technicalities important, and then I think I've gone wrong here because after saying that it's necessary, I've explained the technicalities.
Yes, so technicality is not about how you will modulate your voice and the technique of it, or how you will express silently facial expressions only, the technique of it. It's not that. It's the direct intervention of technology in your acting, in your performance, whether it's screen or theater. How your acting is getting intervened by technology directly, and how an actor should have the knowledge of it, and how it will help, whether he should have the knowledge or not, that's your call. Do you want to say that actors should be aware of technicality or should not be aware of technicality? You can take the call, but give give logic for your answer basically. But here you have deviated the answer to this thing, whether training is important or not. How training
Yeah.
important for an actor. Yeah, for the other question basically. So this
If-
answer is it is right till first 2 points, I guess. Scroll down a bit.
Ma'am, if I would have written it in the second answer, would it been correct or maybe on the right track?
Let me see. Scroll down, Pradeep. Scroll down a bit. Okay. Yes. So from 3 to 11, it's all about aspects, characteristics of screen acting, and or we can put like how training is going to help. But these are also not how training will help directly. Partly you can use from these points, like whether training is important. Do you think training is important, or is just natural gift? You can use a few parts of these points for that answer, but also not all the points you can use. And only the first half, the first page, I think it's relevant to the question which is concerned here. So I'll give you 4.5. Yeah. Purnika Sharma.
Yes. Acting is interrelated to other art forms. Write a brief note on it. Acting is a performing art which is crafted with the amalgamation of other art forms, such as dance. Dance and acting helps emote physically through body movements and gestures, helps in characterization by developing a unique rhythm and body language of a character. Music, the understanding of music and its basic principles such as rhythm and pace. The visual art gives a way to express feelings, emotion, or taste through visual means, for instance, photography, painting, sculpting, and drawing. An actor's role is to emote so as the audience develops aesthetic impression of work of art. photography. A photographer develops relation with the subject and the backstory to it, same as an actor would. Opera. In acting, certain techniques of opera are followed, especially in theater, to project the voice, to mold the pitch and modulate the voice with different resonators, to develop a unique voice of a character. Literary works, written and spoken, when performed by an actor, both hold the content, both hold an imagination and characterization. Sculptures define body postures, gestures that are evidently expressive, helps the actor visit the time and recollect possible body language and how costume can aid to bring out the respective emotion. Paintings, certain isms of art come alive in each form, such as surrealism and expressionism. For instance, Macbeth or Lalpang by Setan Theatre Group, a surrealistic adaptation of Macbeth with an illustrative body movement, group formations, and use of voice and music giving subtext. The formations under white sheets in the play reminded me of Rene Magritte's painting The Lovers. Expressionism in Edvard Munch's The Scream, adapted by an actress in Squid Game's episode, when player 250 is shot during the red light, green light game, his blood splashing across another player's face, who lets out a petrified scream as she raises her hands to her shell-shocked face.
Okay, okay. Yes, absolutely. On the right track. Literary works, how it will be considered in this question, I don't know, but certainly you can use, because literature has got immense impact on actors or acting in that way. Understanding the text, the story, and if it's adapted, then definitely. But you can think about it. But other things, where expressions are very much is actually a primary factor. For example, paintings or music, dance, yeah, opera, photography, of course, where expressions are really very important in that way. And of course, it's affecting an actor's it depends on how the actor is observing all those things and consuming them and implementing them finally in their performance. So yes, this is nice. I'll give you 7. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, how can I relate literary works here then?
Literary works, for me, I think it is, if it's literary works are more of descriptive things. So for example, if I'm adapting a character from some literature character I'm adapting, then it is of course, I mean, the description of it, so I'm using my imagination and other understanding to understand the text that the writer have written, or describe the character, how he has written. Even when we get the script, it's a literary work first, basically, and then we read every actions of actor, or how the actor is transforming, evolving, and accordingly we develop the character in that way.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, next one.
Acting can be learned, or is it just a natural gift? Despite a person being naturally gifted or having an inborn talent of acting, one needs practice, training, and polishing. Thus, acting can be taught and learned. Voice. For an actor to have a moldable, spelling is wrong, moldable, usable, flexible voice to be able to make a mark, they need to learn to understand how to modulate, pitch, how to respond to various characters using voice, and also to have practice for voice. Parameters of body. While studying, one can discover the optimum nature of the body, thus making an understanding of the manner how body moves in order to dance, fight, or in order to stay static, what nutrition it needs, and how it responds to co-actors' directions and circumstances. Learning the technique. Techniques articulated to help an actor understand their own natural inclination, for instance, by Stanislavski, Michael Chekhov, Grotowski, Tarkovsky, Stella Adler, Rachmaninoff, Bhaktan Gove. Acting theoreticians and directors, it is important to learn the techniques in order to choose whether to use it or not to use it. The point of neutrality and perspective and practice and guidance help an actor learn to come back to neutrality and be open to take on to different roles, withdrawing from the character and not carrying any residue from the past performances. Exposure and perspectives. As group dynamics exist in an acting school, a training actor comes in contact with different people and is open to new perspectives. Coming in contact with other art forms, writing screenplays, plays, or a novel, holding a potential to be performance scripts, with visual artists making set designs, doing scenographic work, with costume designers learning how to be in fashion and how the costume gives meaning to acting. Learning the work ethic, cooperating with co-actors and other artists can be learned through the practice of give and take. USP, with practice, an actor owns their talent to make it a unique selling point as actors are remembered for their certain quality. Natural acting can be learned to play the role convincingly, creating an illusion in the most real way.
Okay, okay. USP, just scroll up. What? Just read this one.
With practice, an actor owns their talent to make it their unique selling point as actors are remembered for their certain quality.
Okay, that can happen with someone who is naturally gifted as well, you know.
Okay.
Here the question is saying that whether it's achievable or to basically train an actor or not, or basically whether this thing is something which someone has got this inborn talent and then only they survive in this art form. Otherwise training is not needed. Or so how training is needed, training helps, of course. Other points are relevant here. I think USP you can you can avoid.
Okay.
And yeah, and scroll up. Exposure, wait. Yes, body neutrality, yes. And yeah, you were talking about costume and keeping the fashion and everything, but that is something which is you won't get trained
Secondary, right? Yeah.
trained to set yourself something which is whether I mean an understanding of fashion, unless you are actually taking a course up on fashion technology or fashion designing or like that. But in acting specifically, they would train you how the actor, how to imagine this character's costume or how. So it will be all referring to the character that you are playing. So nothing personal over here.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's a fashion designer's job, not an actor's job. Yes, other than that, other things are relevant. Up, Pradeep. Okay, this is the start of the answer, starting point.
No, ma'am.
Okay, you have to scroll up more, Pradeep. Okay.
Yes,
Acha.
it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So yeah, points are relevant, but we have to put it. I would say let's. What I have done in my presentation, I have segregated it in under theory and practice.
Okay.
So what are the things that theory is saying? Like any other subject, if you go to even you are even a sports person, Sachin Tendulkar, we know that he is naturally talented, gifted, of course, but he had to learn the technique. He had to undergo the training, and then of course, so there is however talented you are, there is importance of training, and why
Okay.
those importance is there. So like just any other subject, there is theories, practice, practical implementation. So in here also in this subject it is there, and it is meant for people who are not born actors but who
Okay.
can turn themselves into actors. Okay. This is a good attempt, so I'll give you 6.5. Yeah.
Is technical knowledge necessary for an actor? Why or why not? Elaborate. It's necessary for an actor to have the technical knowledge, especially on the following parameters. Direction. An actor requires the ability to take directions from the director, sound director, choreographer, art director, light director, and perform accordingly. For the same, one needs to know the jargon and what they stand for. Blocking and positioning, how a scene is supposed to be blocked so as to define the relationship between co-actors, subjects, and the set. Thus, an actor needs to follow the marking and ensure you're not blocking or being blocked by your co-actor. Movement. It needs to be defined on the character's hand to stay within the frame. The type of camera movement as per the actor's performance needs coordination from both ends. Continuity. One should know the language of filmmaking. Mastering continuity is of utmost importance to perform the same physical actions identically in every take. Which point in the dialogue you turn around to face someone, or which hand you use to pass your scene partner folder when you lean back in your chair or touch a face. Lensing, one needs to be aware of the type of lens being used and their respective gestures, expressions in frame, especially with telephoto lens used for close-ups or close shots of certain focused gestures, for example, eye roll, smirk, wearing a ring, or cutting a cake. Camera angle, it affects the animal and societal status of the subject. Thus, an actor must be well aware of the proportion of their body visible in the frame. Shot sizes, define the proportion of body visible in the scene. This needs to be addressed by the actor to portray the right gestures. Lighting helps develop mood and evoke emotions in an actor, but at the same time, the actor needs to follow the temperature distance from the camera and marking when directed. The aim is to catch the key light. Dubbing, one should know how to deliver on a given microphone and create the same sound as per the given references through similar emotions.
Okay. Yes, few points are relevant. Pradeep, yeah, but you can delete this continuity movement. Continuity movement is not. It is a act or blocking or positioning. Yeah, these are actors. A way of interacting with the medium basically, but technicality is not directly related to these things. Like movement or continuity is something which is which it is not dependent on any technology.
Okay.
Blocking and position is not dependent on technology or direction. Direction, what you have written, actor's ability to take direction. The same one needs to know the jargon and where they stand for. Yes, yes, but none of these, like light direction, of course, but art, yeah, choreography, these are not directly connected to technology in that way. It will go under like how actor absorbs things, or how actor approaches other direction, for example. So it can be,
Okay, ma'am.
yeah. So directly technology is not involved on all these things, but yes, later scroll down what you have mentioned. Pradeep, scroll down a bit. Yeah, lensing, of course. Yeah, camera angle, of course. Down. Short size, yes. Lion, yes. Other things are relevant, but yeah, you have to be more elaborate because it is
Elaborative, yeah.
10
Yes,
marks
ma'am.
question. Yeah, so I'll give 5.5. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Hitesh. Hitesh
Yes,
Sharma.
ma'am.
Yeah.
The typo is acting is very much interrelated to other art forms, most prominently with music, photography, poetry, writing, and dance. We have seen actors performing these kind of arts during their acting performance on stage drama or in cinema. Basically, other arts are very useful. It's like a new challenge for actors' body, and actors should know about them. Just like an actor uses his acting skills to tell a story, the other art forms can also tell the same story in a different medium. For example, photography engages in framing a picture using contrasting elements like depth and surface level, stillness and movement and light and dark to scroll down please, convey a scene, just like the actor makes the stage come alive with conflict and drama. Second example, writing. Most writers need to create in-depth characters with layers of vulnerability and complex human emotions so that the reader can relate and vouch for the character's journey. Storytellers need to get inside the head of a character, understand their intentions, and convey all of these to the reader in an economic, entertaining, and challenging way. Third example, dance. Within dance, there are stories of human experience from oppression to victory and status to defiance. And so their bodies respond to shifts in culture and history. Essentially, the dancer makes the space come alive with his or her body and the story it is telling.
Yes, okay. The introduction is good. And why have you chose, I mean, these forms only, photography, dance, and writing?
Which I understand easily, or I use it often or see it like easy example. That's why.
Okay, so you practice photography.
I mean, like I have friends, I discuss with them and all of that. Like, yeah. I'm a little aware of these art forms. That's why.
Okay, okay. But what about music? Are you not aware of that?
Yes, I just took 3 examples, and that's
Yeah, no, but you can take multiple examples because
yes.
it is, yeah, it is 10 marks. No, you have the
Yes.
space to write more about it. And rather you can cut down the introductory part and write more about other as many art forms as possible. Now the approach is like you have mostly talked about the storytelling part of it.
Yes.
Yeah, in 3 mediums you have talked about mostly storytelling, but other factors are of course there. But how now the approach should be like I am taking up an art form, for example music, and now I have to find the elements of acting in it and how music will help an actor.
Yes.
So this is the only relationship that we are going to discover basically with other art forms. If I'm taking up for example any martial art, so how acting elements I'm finding there, how what are the acting elements I am connecting with in that art form, and how it is helping the actor. Okay, so this is the only two exchange that I think if you can concentrate on that, then your answer is going to be more specific, use examples and more art forms like that. Okay, but good attempt. I'll give you 6, but it's quite short.
Yes.
Scroll down, Pradeep.
Yes. I think that acting isn't a natural gift and it can be learned by practicing it over the course of life. If acting was a natural gift, many famous actors that we know would have become actors first rather than engineers, like Rowan Atkinson, Kadir Khan, R. Madhavan, Vicky Kaushal, to name some. As for natural talent, it certainly helps to be born with the ability to perform. However, acting is also something that can be learned and mastered through lots of practice. Like any skill, it can be taught with passion and perseverance. You can be a great actor even if it doesn't come naturally. A talented actor without training is like a river running wildly. To craft a performance, one must know how to read a script, how to create a specific relationships like point of views, with the given circumstances, like all the persons, places, things, events, environments, etc., that the writer or director has provided. Scroll
Down.
Yeah. Joan Baron said in regard to acting, the definition of talent is the degree of depth of an actor's imagination and ability to enter into the imaginary world and play pretend. Having said this, I do not believe that the natural gift of this facility means that a great actor is simply born.
Okay, okay. Again, it's a very short answer. You have to be more elaborative. And yes, on the right track. And as I was saying that, let's mention and use, the key points, like how, theory wise, what are the things that you can approach, an actor can be trained, or an a natural gift is something, what are the restrictions there, and a trained actor, what are the exposures there,
More details and more specifics.
yeah, more specific. We'll talk about the theories, talk about the practical implementation, the practice of an actor, talk about the how a trained actor who is like a layman can actually achieve achieve the ability or the skill and make it a profession maybe. So that kind of this is a good example that yes, it is like a running river, wildly running river, of course, and you need direction even if you are having lots of challenge, lots of talents. So yes, so natural gift and acting, you have to be like the restrictions versus exposure.
Sure.
This I would give 5.5. Yeah, a bit longer. It should be a bit.
Yes.
Longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, technical knowledge is not that important for an actor to have a part of being a good actor or great actor, because the whole outcome of an acting performance is not solely dependent on actor, but also depends on other technicians. An actor's job is to play the character given without any errors in his craft, like memorizing lines, coordinating with co-actors and the crew, and perform it in front of the camera or the live audience. There is always an advantage, or it gives an edge to actors if they possess some technical knowledge related to cameras, lighting, sound, etc. But one of the important technical skills for an actor to master is continuity. Irrelevant in theater but critical to on-camera acting. Continuity means the performing the same physical actions identically in every take. It's which point in the dialogue you turn around to face someone, which hand you use to pass your scene partner a folder, when you lean back in your chair or touch your face. I just gave one example of technicality here. Short
Yeah, but again, the way I was saying that continuity is a part of the medium, that you have to like if you are doing screen acting, it's something which you have to be aware of,
Yes.
But generally the actor, there are assistants and so many people to make you aware of that fact, like your last shot was this, so here you will like this, and then you will continue. So an actor doesn't allow his own brain mind to involve in continuity, like last shot, when, how I was there. But of course the emotional state, of course, it's relevant. But when we're talking about technology directly, then there are other things which where the technology is also there, whether it's screen or theater, and the direct involvement of actor is also there. So we have to talk about that space and that intervention over here. But you believe that technical knowledge is not important for an actor. Even if you believe that, then you have to be again more specific about your why. For example, an actor who have to do a body mapping, for example, do you think that technical knowledge, ignorant about technical knowledge, will help that actor to perform?
No, there should be like awareness should be
Yeah.
there, right?
So when it depends on which medium you are working. So if it's involving body mapping, you have to be aware of technology. You have to be aware of the intervention of that medium, right? So so technical knowledge, ignorant about that, I don't think will help actors of this time much, of present time. Yeah. Okay. 4.5. Yeah. Next, Pradeep. Pradeep.
Ma'am, it's 10:10. Can we have a break and switch to your
It's
presentation?
done. All the answers are done.
Yes, ma'am.
No more answers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then it's 10:07. We will meet at 10:17.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
In the meantime, Pradeep, I am sending you an email which
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be using. You have to play certain things from that email. I'm just sending you that email. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Is acting, of course, is part of acting is, of course, a form where there is space for each of other art forms. Basically, I think acting is the only form where you can actually implement, use singing, dancing, martial art, and several other things. Let's go one by one in that way. So when we are talking about acting and painting, so paintings, of course, gives you a sense of depth, sense of scale, color, design. Certain, as a regular study or observing paintings and characters inside paintings can actually give you a sense of body postures, alignment, expressions of the actors, of the characters, and there you can take elements from them, because the acting that we are doing now at today's time has got somehow influenced by the paintings that we have seen, or the paintings that we are seeing now, and a as a parallel art form which is existing, and like painting, it is something which is also representing the time, representing the new forms, I would say, or even the older ones, the influences of the older ones. And other than that, especially in screen acting, it helps you to understand the frame. So if I say that painting, every painting is actually frames. Even for films, though the things are moving, so from painting, from still painting to shadow movements, and then I would say nowadays what we understand about animation, where in the shadow, through the use of light, a horse is riding or a girl is dancing, that animated action has come, and then films in that way, has cinematograph has come, and then and there the application of screen acting has happened. So painting has really got a very important, it is a very important source of today's films or animation, and in respect to that, acting in that way. So certainly it's give you a sense of frame and where you are standing, how you are where you're placed in that particular frame. This, I think, an actor should be aware of, and that there painting helps a lot in terms of understanding that scale and position in that way. Okay, we'll see a picture of Rembrandt, the next one. So here in this picture, for example, though Rembrandt is known for, is amazing. Can we enlarge a bit? Zoom in a bit. Yeah. For remarkable lights, the sense of lights in his paintings. So, but at the same time, look at the different expressions there. And it is so real in that way. Each character is having different expressions, different position, different. There is a balance in this picture altogether, where how the actors have been put, how one is lying, one is, up there, down. So there is, in terms of space, in terms of cutting space, or having the frame to be used. The frame is full. The positioning is very correct in that way, and the expressions are very accurate. So these are the ways how an actor can take inspiration from painting. Okay, next one, acting and music. Acting and music, I think it is something which is very much effective for an actor. In this sense of rhythm in actor's mind and body comes a lot from the sense of music. Whether there is this, I think at one point of time, the actors who used to, act in theater, both in theater and films, used to know how to sing, how to dance. So certainly it has elements which you can actually implement. And today also, if you see Bollywood movies in that way, you have to lip sync in that way. Maybe you don't have to sing directly, but you have to sync. You have to sync your lip. For that also, you need a sense of music. There's how music, helps actor to improve in that way. But other than that, how music influences actors' mind. For example, there was this very interesting exercise that we did in NSD, that is, music image. The exercise was called music image. So you select your own choice of your music, which you consider as one of your favorite music. It could be instrumental or a song of any language or anything. It could be anything, or some kind of sound that you feel that it has got the element of musicality. You can choose that even, and imagine what kind of sensation you're having, what kind of memory it's triggering, or what kind of imagination that you are having, and recreate that. So the music which you are listening is actually how it's helping you to imagine or trigger memories or emote in that way, and you recreate that through elements. You can use practical things like a stage or some lights, or do something that will actually help you to express the exact emotion you're having. So music is certainly helping in that way for actors to imagine. And vocal training helps in voice flexibility, playing different characters which can sing, and of course use singing and music as a tool. As you can remember last day when we were watching Smita Patil, and she was a music lover in that way. That character was a music lover. It doesn't matter to Smita Patil in her personal life whether she is actually a music lover or singer or not, but the way she was portraying the character certainly is giving us this sense that, yeah, she is someone who is driven or get influenced by music in that way. So certainly it helps. And playing instruments, of course, The way most of the time we see playing a guitar or some kind of a instrument, they all, they don't look real in that way. But if you have a sense of, playing any instrument or rhythm or string or whatever instrument, if you have that knowledge, then it will certainly going to affect your acting. It's going to enhance the truth or the kind of, the way you want to convey that character with lots of, what do you say, convincing factors in it. So of course learning or practicing instrument helps you in that way, in postures, of course, rhythm, in scale, in understanding of pitch, volume, and all those things. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Dance forms. So when we are talking about dance forms, no, dance forms. When we are talking about dance forms, so Natya Shastra, for example, has written or codified in that way, keeping in mind the dance and the acting part of it. So it has vivid description of dance, elements elements of acting or performance which is there in dance, and of course acting techniques and everything. So that is a very I think the closest art form which is actually intersecting with the acting in that way, because both of them has got this abhinaya factor immensely. And forms like classical forms in that way, like Kathakali, Kuriyattam, Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Manipuri, Kuchipudi, you can take any forms, or Kabuki or no. So the body movements, facial expressions, it has got eye and hand gestures, eye gestures. These are the factors which is actually, directly related to acting in that way. And it gives you the sense of your body, your expression. It is in a different form altogether. It is a bit exaggerated in that way, but certainly it helps you to open up. It helps you to understand this methodology altogether of classical dance forms, which is immensely important to for an actor, because it has got all the elements of acting in a different form, but all the elements you will get in a dance form. And of course, is a very internal, exaggerated presentation is there, but internal factor is there, because there is no speech, there is no spoken language in that way. So the body is the only language that we see. The expressions and gestures are the only language that we see, and it is restricted in that way by the absence of voice in a way. And dance drama, of course, the form which is where music, dance, and acting actually meets, directly in that way. We will take we'll just see a quick example of it. Pradeep, can you play the Kuriyattam video? Yes. Wait, just take it to 1430. course, this form, I think, many of you have seen maybe Kudiyatam. It is a form where mostly it is a story, like a long going for hours, for 9 hours, 12 hours, a performer is performing and telling us full length story only through facial, mainly primarily eyes and hand gestures. They are not even going out of that zone. Even they're mostly sitting, sometimes they're standing, and nothing much, nothing more than that. Mostly it's the face, eyes and hands. I think for screen actors, the process they go through is extremely important, because it is completely focusing on the internal journey of an actor. So the restricted facial expressions and everything is actually very similar to screen acting, because in screen also you cannot, like, you can do movement, you can do certain things, but mostly when the camera is like really restricted, you have a frame, you can't go out of it. So there is restrictions, and internal process is very important for any screen actor, primarily any actor of course, but primarily screen actors, because they're like too much in focus in that way. So I think this is how like dance form can actually be connected to acting directly. Okay, the next one, martial art form. Let's go back to the PPT. And martial art, of course, is it is something which is which helps the next slide has got, which helps an actor to grow strong, graceful, flexible body, and that is something which is is very important for actors. So when I'm watching a martial art, or when I'm learning a martial art, what are the things that I'm learning and how I'm connecting with acting? It enhances reflexes, concentration, it brings movement flexibility, it makes you aware of the techniques and aware of your body and mind immensely. For every martial art, because it's martial art, it's kind of a technique that you use for self-defense, so you have to be just like karate or tai chi or judo, like that. It involves certain kind of attention, it involves a certain kind of awareness, otherwise you'll get killed in that way. So that kind of reflex concentration, it helps an actor to, you can gain as an actor, which you can implement in your performance. So whether it's Kalaripayattu, Thangta, or Silambam, every martial art has got this common thread of reflex, awareness, flexibility, in immense strength, and the empowerment of your core, basically strengthening your core. So for an actor, it is not only through body, but it also develops your mind as well. So we'll see a quick video of capoeira, and the martial art from Brazil, and how music, martial art, and it's actually getting intersected there. Okay, the next video, Pradeep. No, the next one, which I have sent in the email. Yeah. Full screen. So there is music as well. We are not getting the sound. You can see the instruments that they're playing. They're like native Brazilian instruments that they're playing, and these performers are um, yeah, these performers are doing body movements which are um, in this I mean in Indian forms like Kalari, which is also considered as one of the dance or Chau in that way. Dance martial art has yeah, we can move, we can stop, has collided in that way, combined together and formed a new form. So like that in Brazil, this form is capoeira is there, where martial art, dance, music is actually intersecting. And yes, this is where you get the elements of acting, and you can actually as an actor can enhance your skill in that way. Okay, acting and folk art forms. We are aware of like thousands of folk arts that India has got, right from Nautanki, Yakshaganan, Chau and Tamasha, Videsiya, Ankyana, whatnot. So what are the things that is actually connecting us with acting in that way? It is about performance, a live performance which is happening, and the elements of storytelling, music, grand body movements, expression, unique expressions of each unique forms have got unique series of expressions, signature expressions, gestures, and the presence of rasabhava, of course, which is actually the practice which is there. It actually enhance, it is connecting to the, as they all have evolved to what acting, modern day acting, what we call modern day acting. And yes, which is like, I mean, which one is not an element of acting? When we see Nautanki, when we see Ankyanath performance, maybe the forms are different, maybe the gestures are different, maybe the stories are different, but there is rhythm, there is expression, there is body movements, there is even characterization, even costume is there, even makeup is there. So everything is related to what we understand acting of today's time. So there are immense materials that we are going to get as an actor from all these folk forms in that way. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Acting and clowning. Clowning, I think it is something which will make which makes an actor completely uninhibited. So clowning, whenever you go and learn clowning, you will be asked to you know just work on your reflex, be spontaneous as much as possible, exaggerated, emotion should be there, immense imagination is there. And this is where I get all the elements an actor should get, should understand, or acting in that way uh, get helped in that through this particular form. And as we know, this form specifically works on humor, specifically makes us understand the implementation and the consequence of applying humor on live performance, or on a performance. So it's not a very easy job to do, getting the timing of it, getting that spontaneity of it, getting that uh, the immediate reaction of it, the impulse of it. That is these are all the elements that you will get in clowning. So clowning, I think it is another art form which also has got certain kind of philosophy involved with it, the humor and the sorrow. That also helps to understand the duality of emotions in that way. So of course an actor is going to get immensely benefited if clowning is there, and every element of acting is there in clowning in that way. Okay, the next one, acting and mime. So mime, as we know that it's a silent art form where the performer is mute and generating emotions through silent gestures and expressions. So there is a huge internal process that he is going through, but the outcome of it has got a certain form, has got specific designed gestures, expressions, and within that form, he is telling you story, emoting it, and mime has got immense space of imagination because they don't generally use elements directly in that way, props or anything directly, but they mime it, as we say. They make you believe that that particular prop is right there, they're holding it, they're drinking from it. So they have worked on their own imagination a lot, and there I think acting comes there, how actors are developed, because imagination is a very important aspect of acting. And of course detailed gestures, how you are eating a piece of cake, how you are actually feeling that. So these are the things which are coming from this, influenced from this particular art form. But an actor in that way, when we are acting like in a realistic manner or any other method where spoken language is there and other media, other elements are there, we're using a part of this art form in that way. Okay, quickly we'll go to the next question. Okay, is technical knowledge, no, do you think, okay, yeah, okay, fine. Is technical knowledge necessary for an actor? Why not? Okay, I think technical knowledge is absolutely necessary for today's actors, because the kind of films or theater that is getting made, I mean, that is happening around us, it is day by day, it is getting heavily influenced by technology. Because why? Because our lives are also getting heavily dependent or influenced by the presence of technology. So, and very, I mean, obviously even the art forms that we are practicing now, and their acting certainly comes, and actors certainly should prepare themselves so that they can go with the time. They should be flexible enough to go with the time. So if you restrict yourself saying that actors do not need any knowledge of technology, then you would restrict yourself from certain forms or openness or exposure that today's time is letting you to have, basically. So there is no harm if you get a knowledge of technology as an actor. In fact, it will benefit you as an actor. Okay, so for example, Sunshine in Lights, in theater it is a different form, because light does the work of camera in theater. It creates zones, close-up, focus, and of course accordingly to the storyline, to the psyche, to the situation, to the emotion, light changes. So certainly it carries it. Light has a very uh, I mean, it actually very not dependent. I mean, the actor is very much dependent on lighting, because visibility is there, of course, and sometimes you get focus on zoom in, zoom out through the cutting or positioning of light or the area it's covering. So in theater, actor, I think it's quietly dependent on lights. and an actor should be aware of it. So if if you're not actually aware of from where the light is coming, from back or front or side, or you're not aware of the zones, then in theater people will actually lose their expressions. They will not be able to follow you or your expressions in that way. Okay, in screen, camera is the viewer, that is the medium. We all know the expression and the intensity varies with lens, and accordingly, if an actor who is aware of the lenses, of the cameras, of the shots, the sizes, of the frame, if you are aware of it, then of course it helps the director and the other crews, because the schedule is generally very hectic there. Okay, next one, knowledge of sound. So in theater, of course, it is acoustic in that way in theater, and people, the actors there, and initially, even in now in proscenium theater, they are dependent on the design of the theater auditorium, and accordingly they use the auditorium, because the auditorium is made in that way so that the sound travels, it bounces, it's it hits one wall and then travels to others, like that it is made, the auditoriums are made. But nowadays, of course, other elements have started to come, like foot mic, hanging mic, labels, and they are using in live performances. So you have to be aware how to modulate your voice according to the label, and how the sound, which sound it's producing, how it's going to sound to the audience. If some kind of any kind of glitch happens, how you are going to tackle that in a live performance when you are using such devices. So an actor has to be aware of all these things. So next slide. In screen acting, of course, it is either the next one, either it's sync sound or it is dubbed. In sync sound, you travel with the device, you travel with the recorder, the label is there inside your costume, and the device is somewhere there, put in your body. So it's an external device, a technical thing, a technology that actually is a part of your costume in that way, a part of your performance all the time, you are carrying with it. So of course you have to be, you have to know how to use that. Primarily you have to know how to at the same time be unaware of the presence of that device. In dubbing, of course, using voice accordingly, according to the mic that you are using, the type of mic that you're using, the positioning of the microphone, and that will influence the way, the kind of sound you're going to produce, the way you are actually, your voice is going to modulate. All these things an actor has to be aware of while recording your voice in that way. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Knowledge of VFX. So nowadays it is an extremely important part an actor should be aware of. For example, you can take example. So I have not given specific examples, but it will be very nice if you use examples more and more. So if I talk about Avatar in that way, the actor was actually doing the whole performance through body mapping and innumerable kinds of special effects happening all around him. And most of the times in today's time, in most of even in television, film, everything, this green screen is there, and how that, so there also you have to adjust accordingly. So in previously, where you would go and perform in beside a running river, now there is no running river, there is just a green screen, and you have to imagine that, and you have to perform. So how you are going to imagine that space, how you are going to break that piece of green screen as an actor and still emote and still imagine is something that is now have become a very relevant part of an actor's job. And talking about body mapping, face mapping in in PK, yes, in PK, both Amir Khan and Anushka's faces were mapped, and they were doing it with all those wires and everything all around his body. So these are the things now, these are the technical interventions that an actor should be very aware of in today's time. Otherwise you will only have to make yourself restricted to certain kind of film acting. You won't be able to explore out and out. Yeah. Next one, actor and multimedia. Yes. So now when I'm talking about theater, in contemporary theater, technology is a very primary substance, a very important element nowadays when we talk about installation art or immersive theater or interactive theater. Like, of course, even video projections and live feeding of sounds where the actor is actually speaking, and the sound and the edited sound or the modulated sound is actually getting the live feed. The audience is getting the live feed. So there are performances where only headphones are used and the actors are talking somewhere maybe in a glass jar or something like that. So there is it is very important to understand how the sound you are creating, how it's traveling in that way. You have to have a technical knowledge of that. And specifically in an interactive space where apart from the actor interacting directly with audience, maybe through some medium they are interacting through any kind of live feeding or any kind of interactive medium they are interacting. So the actor has to understand the technicality of all that. Okay. And the last one, I think, prosthetics. Now that makeup and everything has gone such a it has gone to a different level altogether nowadays. So apart from prosthetic makeup, which I think is also a technology that has been used in films, in theater, an actor is actually interacting with that technology directly, because the actor is experiencing that prosthetic. And also face mapping, I guess. In terms of makeup, I think these are the things that an actor is actually directly mingling with technology, and they should understand the language of this new age theater making, filmmaking, and where an actor stands there, and how knowledgeable or aware that actor is technically. Nowadays it is getting more and more relevant. Okay, to the next one. Do you think acting can be learned, or is it just a natural gift? I think acting can be learned. Definitely acting can be learned. Natural gift is a bonus. Natural gift is an advantage. But also natural gift has got some restrictions. But I think acting is mostly done, or whatever shastra, whatever techniques, whatever methods has been written, they all have been written for people who are layman, for people who are ordinary people, for people who wants to be an actor. These are the things, the materials that will help that particular individual to become an actor. So it's a process. So just like a doctor becomes a doctor after going through a training, a sportsman becomes a sportsman after going through a training, even a singer, a dancer. Just like that, an actor also goes through a training to become an actor. It is as simple as that. So I think we have to talk about three theories. Many of you have talked about three theories, which is a good thing. There is this theories which have different approaches towards acting. Stanislavski, Strasberg, Meisner, Adler, they have all talked about certain kind of acting, which is certain approach of acting, which is very scientific in that way, and it involves the anatomy, psyche, and conscious mind of a individual to become an actor. From a layman, from a normal individual, these are the things that you need as an element, as a skill to become an actor. So these theories have helped us to understand what are the things that is needed. Chekhov's understanding was different. It is more of like physical approach through psyche. It's a psychophysical approach towards acting, and the Grotowski is totally physical, which is bare minimum element of anything else apart from the body, only the presence of immense vibrating presence of the body. And of course our Natya Shastra is there, which is talking about how to how to become an actor, how an actor must behave, how an actor must produce certain things, how an actor must emote, so these are the things which is helping us to understand the theoretical part of acting. The next slide. And as I was saying, these theories have originated to give a certain clarity, about the origin process and the evolvement of each theory. So when we as actors, we are trying to get trained, we understand the theories, how it has originated, the process it has gone, and how it has evolved, and that understanding helps a normal individual to become an actor in that way. Okay, the next part is practical part, where it is where all the theory, as it is a practice based art form, practical implementation, of course it is important. The theoretical methods and everything is there, but how to understand those things practically? So through body, voice, gesture, expression, psyche, relationship, awareness. So there is every method, every technique, every theory has got all set of exercises and practical implementation of the whole method, so that those practical implementation is helping these things, how the actor's body should be, how the actor's gestures should be, how it should change according to characters. These are the things that these methods are talking about, the practicals of it. And also to understand the character, text, subtext, and co-relationship with other characters. And exercises are there which will enhance your subconscious and will actually bring out the hidden self that you have inside you. As a layman, as a normal human being, you won't be able to reach that point to bring that hidden self of yours unless you go through this process. Okay. And of course, rehearsal is an important part of it, where you practice, and you basically you practice repetition, and you repeat and you enhance, you discover, and you make it better and better, right, and more truthful. So these are the things that you cannot suddenly get unless you are trained. So there is a codified process that you should go through. And the truth that I was talking about, an actor is something who is seeking for that seek this, all this technique, theory, everything is there just to understand that truthfulness that actor should reproduce when he or she is playing a character. It is all about that finding, and that finding will come only through certain approaches. Okay, and the next part is keep practicing and implementing things. So apart from theoretical or practical approach, regular practice of techniques is important for actors to stay alive while performing. So staying alive, having a alive body is a primary, element of an actor. Your body cannot be a dead body. Your body is always alive. Even when you are playing a part of a dead actor, a dead character, your body should be alive. So this regular intervention of acting exercises will enables individual, growing closer to becoming actor, and improves awareness regarding that subject that we are actually learning over here, that is acting. The subject awareness will come with more and more practice. So practice is something, and implementation is another, I would say, the the most important factor of learning this subject or getting trained in this subject is about practice. And of course it will help you to overcome your drawbacks and have a deeper understanding of the craft. And certainly as an actor, if you think that you want to make it as your profession, then certainly it's going to give you more and more confidence once you understand the craft and practice the craft to the core. Okay. Acting versus natural gift. If I say, the natural is restricted to certain section, but as acting is closer to living, training gives the confidence to perform. Training helps to recreate, repeat the craft innumerable time. Natural gift has limitations which a training process helps to overcome. A natural gifted actor might find some kind of, they also have limitations, but they don't know how to overcome that limitation. So a trained actor knows the limitation and also knows the technique to overcome it. And training triggers the undiscovered part, hence deconstructs an individual. So as an actor, I think whenever you want to find, you are searching for a new character, for example, you're preparing for a new character, you have to deconstruct yourself. For example, the person you are, me as Shravasti, I have to first deconstruct myself, bring myself in a very flexible, position where I am now open to absorb or receive any kind of character, get into the skin of it and play it convincingly. So that a training helps to discover those undiscovered parts and helps you to deconstruct the self that you are now. Okay, yeah, it's 11:05. Any questions quickly? Anyone? Any question?
So I think these people are done with it. I'm back on time, so we can wrap it up for today. And let me tell these people who are tourists over here. Very often I use this word tourist because they don't bother to write the answer and they think miracle will happen over there. So miracle is not going to happen. It is a hard work. Those people who have submitted their assignment, they got the feedback. Those who are tourists, who are sitting over here shamelessly, every time I say, like Vandita is a shameless girl. Then there are a couple of other people also shameless who are not here, may not be here. And there is no point wasting 5,000 rupees unless you submit your assignment and get the feedback. That's the whole point. Get the feedback. Otherwise, you could have seen this video tomorrow. How does it matter? So Vandita Gandhi, are you listening to it? Are you listening to it? Very good. You didn't bother to submit till this date any assignment for so far. So it is a shame and pity, and so for the other people also, because I remember your name. That's why I pointed out. Otherwise, I would not have. So all these tourists who are come here to listen to this lecture will not be helpful unless you work and hard. This year, 2 times more number of application would come. Let me give the shocking news to boys who think they are James Bond 007. There would be, last year there were 4 girl candidates who got selected out of 5 general candidates. And 2 were from St. Stephen's. If you don't understand meaning of St. Stephen means shakal and akal, both. means face and intelligence. And one girl from Bombay, from a very, very high profile theatre group, and one girl from Pune, 4 girls and 1 boy. And you can imagine what is going to happen for you tomorrow. Tomorrow means next JET exam. So last year, 4 girls, 1 boy. Boy have a terrible time, tough time, until unless you are a tiger. Many of these boys who are sitting over here on tiger. And I say the things on the face. I'm not bothered about what you think of me. I still say what I believe in. So till you don't start working hard, nothing is going to happen in your life. Forget about FTI and other places. So thank you very much, Shravasti, for devoting your time.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
Thank you. Because I also want to add on to this, because I am also trying to, bring the best of how I can help. I am doing
you have
whatever is
always been
needed.
the best. That's why you are here after 3 years.
But it will all go in vain if they are not sincere enough. So
Correct.
it is no point, because whatever I have to do, I have done, and I have
always
done
have
it.
been doing it in your best possible way. But these boys, particularly boys, I'm saying, they are useless and good for nothing in their life. And that's why they sit here comfortably and like a tourist, they have come to see the Qutub Minar here. Nothing is going to happen, including girls like Vandita. I'm specifically mentioning this girl called Vandita. She has never been bothered to send even a single.
I think she has written today. I think she has written one in Hindi.
I don't think Vandita has written something. But till 5 o'clock she has not written.
Okay,
till 5
okay,
o'clock she has not written. And from tomorrow onward, it will be a difficult time for us, for others also. But I'm just simply saying that boys are going to have a tough time. Please mark my words, comma, inverted comma, bold, underline, italics. 4 girls got selected last year in general category of 5 students. Intelligent, जिसको मैं बोलता हूँ हिंदी लैंग्वेज में शक्ल और अकल, दिमाग और शक्ल, both are required for filmmaking. Okay, so rest of the boys, what is going to happen? Forget about it. Those who are working sincerely, I sincerely pray and wish that they might be among those 2 seats. Normally there are 2 seats for boys. It can be a 1, it could be 2 also. All SC, ST, OBC, etc. I'm not interested at all. At all means at all, because in filmmaking there is nothing called SC, ST, OBC. You get the audition done, you qualify it, you get it, you don't get it. As simple as that. So one day you will understand the meaning of category called talent. There's only one category in the film industry called talent. If you have it, you get it. You don't have it, you don't get it. Whether you graduate from FTI, SRFTI, or whatever place. Okay. So thanks, Shravasti. We'll connect again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Guys, please mark your attendance if you are interested. If you're not interested, it doesn't matter to me or anybody else.